Yeah.
Okay.
Is that camera on you? I'm sure that's on.
Yeah.
It's got your whole head, my whole head.
Yes.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing is you think you're going to go out west in the summertime and you're going to be one with yourself. You're not. You're going to be one with a million people from other countries. So we went to the Grand Canyon, and that's when I first saw, my God, there's a lot of European people here. And I thought I was going to see more like Asian people because I know like they want to see the Great American West, which I'm all for. No, I saw definitely 75% more Europeans than I did see Asians. And the Asians were super chill. But they were like just so like excited to be here, and I felt it, and I had a really great conversation just like with the family. They were just young and they were excited because it's so crowded where they come from and you can't really expand outwards. You want to believe they were from like Singapore or something like that. They were from an island. It was like really, really cool to have that conversation with them because of, you know, how beautiful this is. And it was really cool having a camera. My thing, like I said, my thing's always taking photos of people, watching it, the smiles on their face, or if they were like me, kind of annoyed, kind of not, like, because you don't really know how to take it in. Specifically at Zion, it was, I want to cry. Like, I just felt like I wanted to cry, and I couldn't explain it, and I didn't fully understand it, because I was like, I've done this. Like, I've been to this park, I've been to that park, but there was something about driving through this place. It's so old, so ancient. It humbles you, because you're like, you're not the only one here, so you're grumbling because that French person shut the door in your face, or that German person, parked 2 parking spaces on a very small turn off, and you're like, dude, why are you complaining? Like, you're here. You're at a place that millions of people have seen before you. You're at a place that millions of years have taken to build this place just by nature. Like, this is a freaking occurrence. And you just kind of needed that. I feel like I needed that, because when you go from park to park to park, you lose that. You lose that feeling almost, where you're like, I have every right to be here, and you forget. I think the Native Americans kind of told it the best. This is your land. This is what you come from. Christians have said that from ashes we come, from ashes we shall return. And that's what's really beautiful, is how many people have lived and died, and how many people have told their stories, through this park. I don't think that guy who stumbled upon Zion and started naming them was going to be immortalized in 1909, when this place became a national park. So you feel all those things, and I think the biggest thing to take away is just let yourself feel it. Just stop and let your emotions kind of take control of you, because it is so profound. And when people ask me, coming back from this trip, I think the biggest thing to tell them was, this is someone else's story. It isn't mine. We learned about the Native American tribes that lived in this place. It's not your story. It's everyone's. So that's the biggest thing. Just kind of let yourself know that.
So really fun fact, everybody thinks these places, because it's called the Court of the Patriarchs and Angel's Landing, and something sacrifice. the Mormons named it, but it was actually named by a hold on, let me find it. I think it was a traveling Methodist. The Altar of Sacrifice is what it's named of. Towers of the Virgin. Like all of these really weird names. And they were coined by visiting Methodist minister.
Is there any remote parts of the park that's a little bit more quiet, or no? Is it all going to be like this?
What I read, it looks like this is, unless you go like.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not upset. This is just like Yellowstone. This is my experience in Yosemite and Yellowstone, just like this.
So, in its first full year in 1920, the park attracted fewer than 4,000 visitors. Trails and campgrounds remained little changed since their construction during the 30s, but visitor numbers have climbed to around 4 million per year.
Fascinating. I'm guessing part of that is the expanse of Vegas. It has become like a family tourist destination for whatever bizarro reason.
It's freaking weird. It's like taking a kid to New Orleans.
Well, but Vegas decided to make itself family friendly so it could make more money at one point.
Look how cool this is. I hate these people.
Yeah, I don't know who this fucking asshole is, but he's the problem in these bars. Just only thinking of himself. Now he's blocking traffic in 2 lanes. He's a fucking asshole. Anyway, I am not upset. I'm not uptight. I was ready for this. Didn't expect it, but I'm ready for it.
Kidding me? Oh my god. This is so stunning.
Crazy. Crazy how beautiful this is.
I think Zion's my favorite. Don't go ahead, get the t-shirt. That's great. We're all for it. I have it too. But let that be after you feel it. Go hiking. I don't like hiking, but go hiking because it makes you just stop taking everything for granted. And when you're driving home and you're in Kansas and you're like questioning life, you're like, I did it, man. I went to Utah. I lived life. And I think I'll talk about this way into my 50s. That summer, Dad and I hit the road. I think because it's just like human nature to come in and be like, hey, this is my land now. So to see something where some humans said, no, we want our future generations to see that, would really like kind of grabs you when you ask the question, like, why is that important? I guess it's just because you're seeing something that your ancestors might have seen. You're seeing something that Native American tribes lived on. You're seeing something that Methodist settlers saw and named after, God and all these things. And it's really beautiful because you're part of history. And like one day, 100 years from now, maybe another kid your age is sitting there and it's like, wow, I'm here. And even if you don't like take something or, if you preserve it, your history is there now. Your history is forever going to be linked with going to Zion. So I think that's like really cool.